You only don't know this is Ziggy Rankin and it's all about KVTV. You don't know how it go. Hey!
She was looking.
This is Tima Maharaj on GTTT, and today we will be reviewing the Sony Ericsson Xperia X8. I will start with the basic design. To the front is a TFT touchscreen. Basic three basic keys to the front, pointing out, and menu, home, and back keys, and to the side the camera key and the volume rocker. To the other side it's plain. To the bottom just the little mic. To the top the USB and the power slash the screen lock, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. To the back of the phone it have the 3.15 megapixel camera, the loudspeaker, and it comes with two changeable backlids. And yeah, that's about it for the design. The display is 3 inches. The size of the screen is 3 inches. The resolution is 320 by 480. The DPI is 192, and in sunlight you'll get plenty glare, so that will make it hard to see. But the glass now is a scratch resistance glass, so like when you're putting your keys inside your pocket and then it will really scratch up the screen. The OS of the phone is Android 1.6. It's upgradable to 2.1. The sensor is accelerometer alongside compass and proximity. The CPU makers is Qualcomm. The speed is 600 megahertz. The RAM is 168 megabytes. But you won't be using all that RAM because you're not going to use all that apps at the same time. So it's always small RAM. You won't be using all the apps. So it come like proper usage of the RAM. Call quality. The phone is a quad band phone. The call quality, like when you're talking to someone, it's very good, because having noise cancellation, so you won't hear no background noise. And the service on the phone is not so good, because when you're inside you'll get like one band. The camera is 3.15 megapixels. One of the features of the camera is geotagging, and the two disadvantages is no autofocus and no flash. The video is VGA at 30 frames per second. It have noise reduction to tone down the noise when you're video taping, and to have bad white balance, which is really mess up the video. The browser is excellent in viewing web pages because it loads very quickly, and when you're viewing videos is no flash and no pinch to zoom, and the search bar is hidden, so that is disadvantage there. The two things I like about the phone is the design. It's very small, it can fit in your pocket. It won't really be big on your face. It's palm size, and the flow of the phone, as you press the button, good feedback. And the disadvantages is no multi-touch and no flash. And for 1500 is a very good phone, a good Android for 1500. In B-Mobile it will be 1500, and in digital it will be roughly the same price. And it is whole B-Mobile and digital and micro SD card. Yeah, and I find that very good for the 1500. And out of 10, I'll give the phone an 8.
Hi, this is James for GTTT, and I will be reviewing the Samsung Galaxy S2 from T-Mobile. First, I'll start with the design and build quality of the phone. Well, as you can see, the front is the screen, and just underneath the screen is 4 touch-sensitive buttons, menu button, home button, back and search. And on top of that is a speaker and the front facing camera and a proximity sensor. And to the left of the phone is the volume rocker, and to the right is the screen lock / power button. And under the phone is a micro USB port, which is used for charging and document transfer. And the back of the phone is the camera, an LED flash, and a next speaker for noise reduction. Right, well, now I'll be moving on to the display. Well, this phone uses Gorilla Glass and it's 4.52 inches. It is Samsung's Super AMOLED Plus display, and its resolution is 480 by 800 pixels, which makes the pixel density 216 pixels per inch. And well, under sunlight, it's hard to see because the phone gets a bad glare, so you have to hide it from the sunlight. That's one of the bad things about it. And well, the screen is fairly scratch resistant because of the Gorilla Glass. Right, well, this phone runs on Android 2.3.5 Gingerbread, and the makers of the CPU are Qualcomm. It's a 1.5 GHz dual-core Snapdragon processor, and this also features 1 GB of RAM. The memory on the phone is 16 GB on board, and it's optional to add in 32 GB of memory on a micro SD card. And the sensors on the phone are accelerometer, proximity, and a gyroscope. Alright, well, now I'm moving on to the camera. This phone features an 8 megapixel camera with LED flash and autofocus. Some of the features are geotagging, face and smile detection, autofocus, and image stabilization. And well, this phone can videotape at 1080p at 30 frames per second. And it also has a front camera for Skype and other video calling apps, which is 2 megapixels for pictures and 4K resolution for videos. Right, well, now I'm doing the connectivity of the phone. Well, the phone has Bluetooth 3.0, Wi-Fi, and it also acts as a Wi-Fi hotspot, which means that if you're on a place with no internet, you can use the internet on the phone and connect computers and other mobile devices. Well, now onto the browser. Well, the home page for this browser is Google, and well, this phone, because of the size, it makes web browsing very easy. So web pages are easier to see, better browsing than compared to a phone with a smaller screen, but it does feature multi-touch and makes zooming very easy, pinch to zoom, and flash is supported, which means videos are made for easy viewing of videos. And well, the browsing when on web pages is very smooth, as we can now see. No lag, it loads very quickly. Right, well, now I'm going to do the conclusion of this phone. Well, some of the good things about this phone is, well, the processor is very fast at 1.5 GHz. It's tied for the fastest in our phone, so response and everything on this phone is very good. No sticking, no lag, nothing like that. And well, the size makes it good for viewing videos, browsing web pages, and that's a good thing. And it's also a downside because the size, if you add on a case to this, well, this phone will be very big, and to put in and out your pocket to access it might be kind of hard. So that's a deciding factor. You could choose whether it's appealing to you or you just don't like it. And another thing is the back of this phone features a very slippery surface in the back. When your hand's sweaty, you can slip out of your hand easy, and if this phone drops, I wouldn't like to know what happened. And another thing about this phone is model phones coming out with newer models came with 960 by 540 resolution, which is higher than this phone, which is only 480 by 800. But this phone features the Super AMOLED Plus display, which makes it great and could compete with those phones. But if you wanted a phone with higher resolution, you could choose. And well, now we're going down to the price of this phone. You can get it at Digicel now. They've dropped the price to 4,000 on postpaid and around 4,300 on prepaid on both Digicel and B-Mobile. And well, now after all these deciding factors, I will give this phone a 9 out of 10.